there's some things we can work on. We know our two opponents in the Bahamas. We can get some work in on scouting report stuff, but mainly it's just our chance to get better and kind of look at the films of what we've done and see where we can go with it.
Beth, JuJu, you got your first week of games under your belt now. Sort of, how did that live up to maybe what your expectations were of playing college ball coming in?
I didn't really have that many expectations for myself, just to come in and contribute as much as I can to the team. So that's pretty much all I've tried to hold myself accountable for. But it's been a great week for the team. So.
And just kind of tell me what it's like after the game when you're going out there and greeting everybody. I mean, it seems like there's so much love for you, and you know a lot of those folks. And what's that like, just and then the little kids rushing up?
Yeah, it's very heartwarming. Just to feel the energy here, feel all the love, it's amazing. Especially that it's in my hometown, and I'm able to see people that I don't really get to see as often, and see family and little kids. It's really cool.
Amanda?
You guys got 12 three-pointers in the game. How are you guys able to find your spots, and how does that kind of build your confidence, or maybe just kind of keep you guys confident in your shot selection?
I would say that's what we practice. We always share the ball. I think even when it just comes to teammate, we encourage each other to keep shooting the ball whether we make or miss.
Yeah, and I feel like because it was like a zone pretty much the whole game, it was easy for us to get off threes, I guess.
And we knew, we didn't shoot the ball well the other night, but we have a lot of really good shooters. And when that ball's moving, it's hard, right? And we have such inside threats with Rhea, or when C comes in, or KD, that they're going to draw attention, which just opens up for shooters. And so I was pleased that we were able to knock down, I think it was 39% tonight, which is closer to where we want to be. We'll be like a 40% three-point shooting team.
Okay.
Lindsay, I know it's kind of hard at this point in the year to take a step back, but just looking last week, I think 2 5-stars, signed, obviously Kennedy. I mean, when you look at just how far this program has come and the vision that you came with it, coming in, I mean, what are you seeing about kind of the moment is this program being a destination, in collegiate women's basketball, and the excitement that's bringing for you in this program?
I mean, that was the vision, right? That was, that was the goal. To see it begin to happen is really gratifying. I think there's, a lot of people who kind of believed in me and believed in us before we had done anything. Taylor and her group of transfers that came in last year, and then, JuJu coming here. I believe Ju signed when we were coming off a losing season, right? And just at the belief that we could all do it together, and that's the community, the administration, these people here. So to start to see that momentum build is really, really exciting, and it's what this program deserves. It's what these players deserve, and I'm not going to rest until we get the right people, the right atmosphere, the high level of play, and that's an exciting fun challenge. So I think good things are happening, but it's only the beginning.
JuJu, just to point that question to you, I mean, you talked about obviously could have gone to a more established program. At the time you bet on this program and Coach Gottlieb, and I mean, to see that, not only the dividends of this season, but just the future groundwork. I mean, does it, keep building that trust and that faith for you that, you bet on this and this was the right way to go?
Definitely one of the best decisions in my life. And I've only been here for a couple months, so just to continue to get better every day with this squad, with this coaching staff, has been a dream come true. And as far as the recruits, man, tip my hat off to them, because they showed they were courageous in making that decision and trusted us. So Kaylee Heckle, Kennedy Smith, can't wait to play with them next year.
Amanda, and then Wiley.
Talking about rebounding, or just in general, a game like this, for all three of you, just how does it kind of show just the body of work of your teammates, of the team, and how it can be used moving forward?
Yeah, maybe we out-rebounded by 14. We're always going to show them like the missed box outs and things like that. But I think it overall speaks to an aggression level. Like you want to dominate the boards. You want to get offensive rebounds. We got 15 tonight, which I think really offsets well, a high shooting game too, because now it's like if you miss one and they're also going to get the offensive rebound. Like that's the type of team we want to be. It's rebounding as well. It's heart. It's aggression level, and in women's college basketball, it's a difference maker. So we talked about dominating the boards and thought we did that for the most part tonight.
Wiley?
Just how do you kind of keep momentum as the season progresses? Obviously, with that fast start you guys have had and a top 10 ranking, where do you guys go from here to try to keep that ball rolling?
I mean, it gets a lot harder, right? I think college basketball seasons are long. You hit a lot of winding roads, so I think it's my job to kind of keep my finger on the pulse, right? Like, do they need me to push them a little today? Do they need a little love? Do we need to go hard on something? Do we need to take a day with film? Like, that's my job to kind of keep the pulse of that. But for them, I think it's reminding them to just stay invested and enjoy the journey of it. Enjoy each step along the way. Don't look too far ahead. Just focus on what's next. It's not terrible to have a trip to the Bahamas, right? Like, that should be a lot of fun. And at the same time, it's a business trip because we have 2 big-time games there. So we'll keep them focused. And then you just always look at what's next and try to keep getting better.
Taylor, is a productive night for the bench, 30 bench points, good performances from you, Clarice, Dominique, Aaliyah. How does a game like this build your confidence coming off the bench?
I would say just treating every game like it's one of our biggest games, and that's been like I think a lot of our biggest mindsets coming off the bench. Just respecting our opponent.
Last one, Luca.
Lindsay, I know you talked about, JuJu being even better than, you thought, or just, coming in when you're recruiting her, and JuJu, not to talk about you like you're not here, but, what have you just seen from her as a freshman that, goes beyond, obviously everyone can see what she's doing just on the court right now, but what have you seen that, has been better than you could have thought from her?
I think, from our first workout, there was a workout in the summer where we were making a conditioning test and she dove across the line to get her time, right? Like her work ethic, her likability, how hard she goes, how natural she is, and what a beloved teammate she is. Like I knew that to be the case because I spent so much time kind of getting to know her and the people around her, but to really see that play out is really cool. That I couldn't have known until she was here. I think that, and she's here, so hold her, there's not really any big flaws in her game. There's where she can improve, of course, right? But there isn't a missing element. She's incredibly coachable. She's gotten way better at defense even in the month that she's been here because she cares, right? There's a high care factor about trying to be great at everything. She reps extremely hard. I mean, she reps like a pro, which I believe makes Taylor go harder, which makes whoever else, Dom, or the net, when you see it every day, just, that's the standard, right? So I think that there's some things she's come in with that are even maybe more subtle than just the stats or, the abilities. I also think she's an underrated passer. She's terrific vision. Should I stop now? Yeah. So there's a lot of different things. But number one thing, I think, being a great teammate and,
Thank you,
a freshman that doesn't know where to go after her name is announced in the high five, right? She still has a lot where it's just genuine. She's enjoying, I think, the process.